Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again today with a brand new special product review. Today we're talking about this, which is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 on the PlayStation 4, the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X through backwards compatibility. And I really do like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater universe. I've been a huge fan of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater sports games since I was a kid back in the 90s and the early 2000s with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which I originally got on the N64 back in the old school N64 days. And I've had pretty much every single console since then. Tony Hawk has always been one of those video game franchises that I really do like. I really don't like a whole lot of sports games. I used to play a lot of them back in the day when I was a kid, mostly Madden and NFL Blitz, and occasionally Tony Hawk. And I think that Tony Hawk is one of those video games that's definitely had a long-lasting impression on me as well as a gamer. And I think that it's one of those video game franchises that anybody can pick up and play. The gameplay mechanics of this game is relatively easy and simple to learn, even though it takes a lot of skill and mastery to learn how to master the different tricks as well as grab the different collectibles you can get along the way in this game. You can also unlock different character skins for the different characters you can play along the way. Either play as the classic Tony Hawk characters from the previous games as well as new characters that have been added into this version, Activision Blizzard's title. This is being produced by Activision Blizzard, who is making the remastered versions of these games, and I think that they excelled in giving fans what they loved about the original games, the classic titles and the old school maps that no one loved from the original N64 days, but updating them modern systems. And I think that as someone loves older titles and loves to experience and re-experience older games that I played as a kid now as an adult, I think that the game really is one of those video game experiences that you can only have on the PlayStation 4 and the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X. And I think that with the upgraded graphics, it makes these old school maps that you know and love from the previous titles pop out a little bit more. It makes them look a little bit nicer and a little bit more cleaner and not as blocky and polygon-ish that they were in the original iteration of these games. And I think that I applaud Activision for taking the time and the energy to go back and remaster these first two games in the franchise. They really didn't need to because these games are iconic as is. There really isn't a single player campaign to this. There is a campaign, but what you do is you go around the different parts of the not only the US but also different parts around the globe, and you're collecting different objects. You're also collecting these couple of letters called skate, and once you finally get those, you unlock different objectives which go to unlocking different pieces of gear as well as different clothing items such as shirts. You also get helmets, you also get pants, and along the way that you can unlock in the item shop. You can either play as one of the iconic and legendary characters from Tony Hawk's universe of this game as well as the original ones from the past, or you can actually make your own character in this game as well. There is a multiplayer component to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. I didn't really play it, but apparently you can make your own maps as well as battle with other people online if you're trying to get the highest score possible. It's an easy way to maximize your potential as a skater in this universe. And I think that everything about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, even at the full price of $49.99, is definitely worth it as someone that likes to go back and play video games from the past. And it's something that I know and love, and I know that's going to be done well. I have no problem shelling out full price for a video game, especially one that I paid back in the day multiple times for. And I think that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 is definitely no exception to that rule. And I think that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 has a lot of replayability factor to it because these games, they drop you in these maps really quickly. There's timed missions, there's stuff that you need to get really quickly. Otherwise, if you don't, you pretty much fail. You can either beef some of the tricks that you do, which makes these tricks a little bit harder to master, or you can try and master these tricks and kind of get better at the game over time and then become the best in the league. And I think that having that goal of trying to become the best is something that's lost on even modern day games. I think that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 really does have that effect where you want to go back and re-experience the game and unlock the different characters and stuff along the way. And I think that adds more of a replayability factor, which I really do enjoy. And while there isn't really a single player campaign, there isn't really a story-driven narrative to it, you definitely feel like you are the character in this world, in this universe, especially if you create your own character within Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. So I think that coupled the music that's in this, it's a lot of rock and hip-hop and modern day music added in as well as the classic tracks from the past that they could actually get into this game. I think that adds to the overall package in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater universe. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. Did you guys play it when it originally came out? Did you guys buy the remastered version? Did you guys kind of go back and re-experience the game like I did with this new remastered version on the PlayStation 4, the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X? I think that even with the full $50 price tag that it currently is right now, I think it's definitely worth your money and your time and spent trying to kind of master the different gameplay mechanics within it because you feel rewarded for doing so. And I think that's one of the reasons why I keep coming back to this game and wanting to replay more over time. So I think that if you're a huge fan of sports games and you really want to invest your time and energy into a game, I definitely recommend Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 on the current gen consoles. So let me know in the comment section down below which Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game is your favorite, which game is your least favorite, which game do you like more than the other. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.